What's good, guys? Welcome to another video, and as you can see from the title of this video, today we're going to be talking about on how to reach your first 100 days of semen retention. I know it's crazy, I know it's a bit ridiculous, I know it's a bit out there, right? Maybe you're struggling with 1 week or you want to first reach your first 30 days, but I thought it'd be cool to also build and create just a little thing for those who want to reach 100 days. And even if this is not something you necessarily want to pursue, or this is something you want to pursue in the future, it's always going to be very useful to understand what's actually going to happen. What are the benefits you're going to experience? Why would you even want to do this in the first place, right? I know many men that are new to this have no idea why in the freaking hell you would do this, but I'm going to explain you exactly why. I'm going to give you all the action steps you need and advice you need, things you need to watch out for on this journey to 100 days, and why it can actually be truly beneficial to reach for this number. We're actually going to go over 3 different things. Understanding 100 days, what's exactly going to happen to you, certain things you need to understand about yourself throughout this journey. The second one is building a vision and a goal for yourself. If you don't know where you're going, if you don't know what the whole reason and the purpose is of you going on these 100 days, there's no point in it. There's no point in doing this, because you'll just be walking around with some big ass balls, and that is not useful, and that is not nice either, right? You'll be better off not doing this if you don't even know why you're doing it. So that's a truly crucial part we're going to go over as well. And the third one is going to be the action steps you need to be taking, right? So the first thing you need to understand, and that's good to just know, is that the peak of semen retention of overall benefits are going to be around day 21. As I talked about in other videos as well, benefits are going to get different, and 100 days of semen retention is really going to get you in a different type of state. You'll really change throughout this journey if you choose to go on 100 days of semen retention. I would argue, and I would already tell you, that if you want to do this, right, you don't want to do this for just woman attraction. And you know what's funny? Maybe in the first weeks, you do care about woman attraction, but what I continue to see with so many men is that you're able to see clearly. And what's funny is that you will naturally not even care about the woman attraction anymore. It's nice, it's cool, but now you start to care about things that actually propel your life forward. You start to think about, okay, how can I make a better living for myself? How can I deepen my connection to God? How can I, right? You're able to just dive a lot deeper within yourself on these streaks. You might get a lot more spiritual as well if this is something you're pursuing, right? So these longer streaks are perfect for that, right? So around day 21, things start to peak. Another thing you need to understand is that over these next 100 days, the biggest problem, and how you can truly mess this up, is that you suppress your sexual energy. And this happens so many times with so many men. That is why you continue to hear, I'm not getting any benefits of semen retention, this sucks, why do people do semen retention, I just feel frustrated, it sucks, like, what is the use of this? The reason is because you're suppressing your energy. You have to understand that you are a sexual being, right? Your body is made to have sex, and you cannot just turn it off like that. This is something you truly have to also not just understand about yourself, but accept. That is the main thing, because when you truly accept you are sexual, right, you're not going to be suppressing your desire. You're still going to have sexual desire throughout these 100 days. Right? You're still going to feel sexually turned on, and there's nothing wrong with that, because that's a gift. If you understand how to breathe through it, and we're going to get into that, if you understand how to deal with these sexual turn-ons you get throughout the day, right, it will actually energize you. It will actually give you a life. It will give you energy in an amazing way, and it's actually sexual transmutation we're talking about here. So that is something to accept about yourself. You are a sexual being. You cannot suppress that, or else you're going to get into trouble. What you're doing is you are literally suppressing your natural desire as a man. Your sexual energy is very powerful and very natural, and there's nothing wrong with that. This is something to truly accept about yourself, and this will make this a smooth journey, and this will make this powerful instead of destructive, right, when you go on these 100 days of semen retention. So the next thing is that the benefits change after 30 days, right? What you need to understand, and I already talked about this, is that after 30 days, benefits start to change, right? And you might not even see them as benefits, but they are. So what happens a lot of times after 30 days is that you start to think differently. Your brain starts to rewire itself, and you're just able to see clearly, and you're able to see certain things that matter and that don't matter. And a lot of times on this journey as well, you just naturally move more into a monk mode, right? You are just feeling more like you go deeper within yourself. And a lot of times there are still negative emotions right there There are still things like trauma, things you didn't face about yourself, certain parts of your dark self that come up to the surface, right? To be seen, to be accepted, to be integrated. And a lot of times, this is what can potentially happen on 100 days of semen retention, right? So that is something to understand. So whenever that happens, that is fine. When you feel negative, the reason you suffer, right? The reason you're suffering from these negative thoughts is because you give it a negative meaning. Who's saying that a negative thought is bad? It's not bad to have a negative thought. And when you can see a negative thought that way, when you can see a negative emotion that way, it no longer becomes negative. It's just a thought. The fourth one is going to be transmutation. You need to understand that sexual transmutation, especially at 100 days, is crucially important. Because if you don't dial this in properly, you are just wasting away this energy. If you truly transmute it properly, this is where you can put all this energy to use, right? Take the example. It's like the same thing as using steroids and not going to the gym. It's useless. It's a shame, right? Of all this potential, right? All this energy is rushing through your body that you can use, but no, you're not using it. Now, the most crucial thing, if you want to reach 100 days and you want to get the most amount of benefit from it, is that you need to make a goal for yourself. So I put down 3-month goal. And the reason I put 3-month goal is because that's about 100 days, right? You could make it 100-day goal, but I don't know, it doesn't sound as good. So make it a 3-month goal. What is your goal? What is it you want to achieve in these 3 months? Because what you're going to be doing throughout this time is you're going to be building up your sexual energy. You're going to be building all this stuff up. If you don't have a vision, if you don't have a goal, if you don't know what it is you want to get out of this, it's just going to be all over the place, right? You need to single point focus this energy towards 1 or 2 things. So an example is you want to use this energy, right, to gain 10 pounds of muscle. What you're doing is that now you're actually able to focus your mind, right? So your thoughts and also your body, right? You focus your thoughts on this because now you actually have to use this energy to feed your mind with the knowledge you need in order to put on this 10 pounds of muscle. So maybe courses, maybe books, maybe YouTube videos, anything, right? And next to that, you need to now use your body, which is another way of sexual transmutation, that's outer transmutation, to go to the gym, right? To get rid of this energy. So already by having this single goal, you are really in a beautiful way transmuting this sexual energy. And it's going to drastically help you because if now you're on semen retention and you're building up this energy and now you put it into this single goal of, let's say, putting on 10 pounds of muscle, it's like an engine behind whatever you do. If you wouldn't be doing this, right, this is going to be so much harder. It's going to be so much harder to get out there and gain the energy together. Let's say you just finish your 9-to-5 job and you still have to train, right? Normally you would sit on a couch. I freaking bet you now you do have the energy because your nervous system is no longer recovering constantly to get these freaking workouts in order to achieve the 10 pounds of muscle. But it can be anything else as well. And by the way, guys, if you do need more guidance or clarity on this, like building your dream body or quitting the websites, right? I just launched a community. We'll have plenty of resources, accountability sheets, video calls in there, right? So if you're interested, you can check it out in the description link down below. And the next crucial part as well, guys, is to find your why. And what I put underneath here is that this will be your ultimate anti-relapse hack, right? This is the most powerful thing because here's the quote. And the quote goes as follows. When a man has a strong why, not exactly, right? But when a man has a strong why, he can bear any how. Here's another example. So if you relapse a lot, right? And someone will tell you, brother, if you relapse one more time, I will shoot you with this gun. You would not relapse anymore. If you would, like, worst case scenario, if you would ever relapse in these 100 days, right? And if you would relapse, everyone you know, right, it would die. Like, worst case scenario. I know it's very dark, but really, like, think about it. You would be able to do it. So if you can find something so powerful for yourself, a strong why, you're not going to relapse. You need to understand why you even want to do this. This can be anything. Maybe you want to make someone proud. Maybe you want to make yourself proud. Maybe it doesn't matter. It needs to have meaning for you. So ask yourself the question, why do I want to do this? What is my why? The more painful your why is, the stronger it will be. It doesn't matter what the why looks like for someone else. It's about what you feel from the why. If it gives you an emotion, and this can also be fear and pain, it's a very powerful driving force to push you forward. right? Pain is an amazing motivator to move forward in life. And it's really like fear and pain is the majority most people want to grow. For myself as well, I made the most progress in life when I was in pain, when I was in fear, when I was fed up with my current situation of life. Like maybe your why is I no longer want to feel like a loser. Maybe your why is like I'm not reaching my fullest potential and it's a shame to just waste his life away. Make it sound powerful to you that when you read it, you're like, yeah, this is why I do it. There's not a single chance that I'm relapsing. It's just not going to happen. It's as simple as that. So the third one is this kind of goes together with the 3-month goal, split the 3-month goal up in weekly tasks, right? Because this is where your action steps are going to be created. What are the things you need to do on a week-to-week basis in order to get closer to whatever goal you set for yourself in these 3 months? What are the action steps you need to take? So when it comes down to, let's say you want to put on 10 pounds of muscle in these 3 months, right? Maybe you first need to gain the knowledge on how to build this body up. So maybe you need to start watching YouTube videos, you need to start buying courses, or you just need to read more books on the topic of fitness and nutrition and all these things. You need to inform yourself. And then maybe the next step will be is to sign up to a gym. So now we're actually going to get to the action steps, right? So as I said before prior as well, the action steps, what you want to be doing is you want to take steps forward. You want to take action. This is the whole goal. If you're on semen retention, you don't want to sit on your ass all day. And the whole point of semen retention is to propel your life forwards. The whole point of semen retention is to now finally take the action you need to take. But just semen retention isn't enough. You still need to be taking the action. But semen retention just makes it easier for you to take action. Because you now have more energy, you have more drive, you have more confidence. So once you've built out this action plan, now you want to take the action. You want to take the steps forward. Take the first step. Build the first small mini win, right? You want to build momentum and you want to stack small daily wins. So the next one, more of a practical step as well, is to breathe deep into your desire, into your sexual turn on. When you're going throughout this journey of 100 days of semen retention, you're going to feel turn on many, many times, right? And in order to convert this sexual arousal, sexual turn on to energy instead of lust, let's breathe into it, right? With the belly. Whenever a woman is turning you on during the day, you just breathe deeply throughout the belly and you feel what it's like to feel turned on, because it's an amazing feeling. You'll feel alive. It will give you energy. It will make you smile. It's amazing. Right? The problem arises when we start to overly fantasize and we overly sexualize it and we start to give it energy and we start to give it energy, more and more energy, right? This fantasy. And this is where it becomes lust. And now we're needy again, right? And now we feel the need to relapse. This is the cycle of relapsing, right? Instead of breathing into your sexual energy, into your sexual turn on, into your, right, your urge, which will get less and less over time, by the way, the urges, the lustful urges. If we don't do that, right, we're going to relapse. It's going to convert into thoughts, and once again, we go down the same rabbit hole and we relapse. This is the continuous cycle. So that is something truly crucial to understand. And once again, this is extra crucial because you're now on 100 days of semen retention. If you don't do this properly, once again, like this is the biggest thing you want to avoid. This is why I'm saying a lot of this, like deep breathing. Also, transmutation is crucial. You're a sexual being. What you want to avoid, and this is the biggest problem you can potentially face on 100 days of semen retention, is that it gets stuck in your freaking balls, because I've been there and it sucks because you will not get benefits. You'll just feel as if you're walking around with heavy ass balls and it's useless, right? It's absolutely useless. Actually do these things or else there's no point. Okay, please get this, right? So the last one, and this is an underrated one yet crucial one as well, it's to limit junk food, and even worse, it's going to be alcohol. Alcohol creates lust. It lowers your vibration. I would highly recommend, guys, if this is doable for you, to just get rid of all this stuff. Get rid of the alcohol, because this will truly maximize the benefits you're going to be getting on semen retention. If you're still drinking on a week-to-week basis, several days a week, you know, it's truly a shame. From all this energy you're building up, you're suppressing this energy and you're just wasting it away by drinking alcohol and not treating your body in a good way. Guys, I truly hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.